was basically a storage area. Okay, now it's time to clean up, clean the floors, you know, get everything ready. And we opened during COVID, and that was difficult. I mean, you're talking about iconic restaurants closing down.
Yeah.
They closed down because they couldn't survive. I mean, they didn't know how to do carry out or delivery. They didn't know what to do. But they were already rich, so they just retired.
True. Yeah. I think a lot of them also are just trying to reinvent themselves, and they just couldn't at the end of the day.
Right.
How did, when Que Rico was about to open, which is a Puerto Rican restaurant you opened, again, we go back to that whole dream of you wanted that bar restaurant concept where you can have food, because we all know, at the time you were making pizzas.
Right.
So tell me
frozen
about that
pizzas,
dream. Yeah, and they were really good, because especially when you were drunk.
Best frozen pizzas in town.
They were.
Yes.
They were.
Tombstone. They were Tombstone. But we actually had the little metal ovens that they taste good with those metal ovens.
They did.
And then Valentina, you just load it up with Valentina hot sauce.
The bar would be full of it.
Forget about it. You're talking about 10 people ordering 10 pizzas at the same time. It's crazy.
Tell me what made you want to open up a restaurant? Because that's a huge risk, first of all. And to add it onto the bar is even a larger risk.
And it's still open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Yes.
Yep.
Good for you.
We're still open. We're still doing it.
Tell me what brought you to that dream, because you even went to culinary school for it.
I did. I went in 2009.
So tell me about that dream.
That was more of me having a little more vision, like a little future, because I figured just liquor by itself is not going to work. Eventually, people get bored. You know, you have to do other things, and that the business has changed now. People now, they want to watch a game, eat some food, and go to bed, and go home and go to bed by midnight. They're not. See, back in our day, we would close the bar down to go to the after bar 4, and then go to the burrito place that was open all night. Those places are gone now. There's no restaurants. There's very few restaurants open that late because there's nobody going to those things anymore. They're not doing those things. So I kind of figured I got to add food, or I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to be out. The business has always been you have to reinvent yourself. You have one group of people that go to your place, eventually they'll get married, they'll have children, they'll leave. So you have to replace them. So you're always replacing. You're always doing something different. You know, you're always adding, trying to add.
Where's the
and I've
restaurant
always been a dreamer. It's in my same building, 45th and Western. Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Xavier's is on the corner. The restaurant is right next to it. Yeah, right next to it.
I love Puerto Rican. I'm half Puerto Rican, so I love Puerto Rican. If I didn't know that, I gotta check it out.
I didn't know you were half Puerto Rican.
Wepa!
I love how you're expressing how you have to keep up with the times, and you have to reinvent and think of different ways of when you're losing clientele and how you're going to rebuild that clientele. Not everybody has that kind of mentality sometimes. Sometimes they want to keep with the same old and keep going with that same old. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But I don't think a lot of people, I won't say a lot, some people think in that manner. And you've managed to do that. And even with house music, you have Ricky Bradshaw there, Mike Pierce, I believe is it Kevin Allen, am I thinking of, or is it Jason Wolf?
Jason Wolf. House 13.
Yes, you've got them now in there, and they're playing newer house music. How does that go with your everyday crowd? Because you're one of the few bars that actually do that. Next to the Crash, who brings in a lot of new music as well, because John Aces likes doing that. You're also one of those. What made you stay there and say, you know what, it's about time we start switching this up as a bar owner?
I think you can do both. So we try to do both. It's a matter of marketing. My friend Tina Crespo, she kind of runs our marketing. She does all our platforms, basically. And we market certain days. Like Fridays is our old school day. So that's what we do. But, you know, Saturdays is more house. And then now we have our second floor. So we've done rock bands, comedy, women's events, yoga. So, you know, we're just, you have to, it's a sign of the times.
With the upstairs, have you done also club parties or just bands?
Everything. Everything.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, if Gino's still on, I want to bring Gino on the second floor.
Oh, there you go.
With Pablo.
Ooh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love that. Gene, call this guy
Are you listening?
up. Call this guy up.
You know, we're going to call you later on.
Yeah.
I know you'll be up.
I would love that. That'd be great. Yeah. It's I love that spot upstairs. It's so intimate.
Yeah.
The stairs up to the second floor reminds me of Alcatraz.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
Right. Those
Yes.
and it has that. You know, it has a nice little.
And then it has that.
Feel to
He's
it.
got that neon on that
Neon
side.
paint.
Yup.
Yeah.
He's got all that. And then right away you're like, oh my God, it is Alcatraz.
I would love that. So yeah, because you said when we were talking before the show, you had like a cover band, like what Cure and
They're called Still Ill.
Still Ill.
That was this past Saturday.
We got you,
sold
Gino.
out. We sold out. We had capacity. They played The Cure and the Smiths covers. Mostly, they played a lot of the stuff. People love them. They're like, let us know when your next one is.
I love
And
that.
I think we're gonna do a band called Primary.
Oh yeah, I had them years ago.
Yeah.
They're a great Cure, and they also do Joy Division.
Oh.
And it's good to do Joy
New
Division
Order, yeah.
because New Order because they made it to the Hall
Right.
of Fame.
Right.
That's a good.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
exciting.
Go. Yeah.
It's a different
I wanna
facet that
go
we've been trying to add.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
we
Gino
wanna
is requesting.
add that stuff.
What's your request?
Gino's requesting green M&Ms
Okay.
as part of his rider.
Yeah.
So
I
that
get
Gino
blue
can
ones, he get green ones, and we're good.
I could find them.
Okay.
I grew up in a candy store. My parents owned a candy store. I could find them.
You hear that, Gino? We got you. I told you, man, we got you.
Oh, I would love that.
That and Stephanie wants Chico sticks.
No, the Chico Sticks.
What I like is that you bring in that band in, that there's still a heavy alternative crowd on the south side.
Yes.
You don't have
Yes,
to go
definitely.
north. You
Yeah.
can stay in the area. I like that.
I still go north,
Yeah.
I have a friend who's a riot crew. He's also in a band, Roger, and he plays, on Division, different places, and I'll go check him out. I try to get away to find, what's going on besides what I'm doing.
The people that went into the alternative group, were they like in their late 20s, 30s, or like our age, or it's a mixture of?
It was a mixture. No
Okay.
20s, 30s, and our age.
Okay.
Yeah, 30s to our age.
We might have to talk.
Yeah.
I think you, for
And
me.
that band, they brought a lot of white people.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I saw that. I was
like,
I was
holy
looking at the
shit.
video. I'm like,
And they were cool. They had a really good time. So we shut it down an hour before that we closed downstairs. We have an extra hour downstairs. And they stuck around. They were downstairs, partying. They was downstairs on the dance floor dancing.
it says a lot. That says a lot for your club in itself because it's just a new audience. And I gotta say, you and I have been friends since I was 12 and you were 14, and the amount of growth, and you and I have had this conversation, the growth that you have had as a person, because I've seen everything pretty much.
Here comes the real story.
But
Here we go.
I gotta say,
backstory.
I have got to give this man credit. I mean, and he deserves it. I know Clarence had mentioned your name and said, you've got to get him on a show because he is so knowledgeable, and which he is. But to see him grow from an immature man,
I was a
so to
fighter.
speak. Yeah, he was very
was a
stubborn.
fighter.
He was a fighter, and he was right, and you were always wrong. But now to see him evolve and see the whole club evolve and him come through so many obstacles with Xavier's and just in life in general, I mean, there's been such a growth that you can just kind of see that peace. Like I tell Gino, I'm like, you see that peace within you, like you exude that. And that's what he does. That's what you do now. And I am so proud of the person, not only because you're my BFF, but the man that you have become, the businessman you have become. And you even now finally get out, which I remember, I would go to all the north side, spots, and he'd be like, why?
Why are you going up there?
Why are you going there when you come over here? And I'm like, And he knows I got a term, because he used to turn. He goes, oh, you slumming it? And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. So, but you have evolved so much, because now you are putting yourself out there and going to different places and seeing what they're about and how do I incorporate this to come into this and reinvent everything that I've been doing and that I've been thinking. And I just want to give you props, man, because you have come such a long way.
You know what I did, Stephanie? I surrounded myself with some good women.
There you go.
I have a lot of support. I have a lot of women friends. My best friends are women now. All my best friends are women. All you guys, you suck. But they're smart. And you know what? And they'll talk you out of dumb shit. Which a guy would be like, no, you gotta do this way. They're rough. Women are more soft. Okay, we gotta add women's events. Let's do yoga. Okay, let's do yoga. Let's do a health event, on a Sunday. We have the space. All right, let's do that. So that's what we're doing. I'm open to anything they want now.
Well, I've always thought like the man, so I'm always like, no, fucking get him.
So you have yoga upstairs?
Yeah,
Really?
it was part of a vendors event,
Okay.
and now it's got its own day.
Yeah.
Nice.
They want yoga by itself, so now they're gonna do yoga once a week.
I love that you're
Yeah.
incorporating the community now.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's so important to incorporate community that people tend to forget that they are a part of the community.
Yeah.
Me and my son were going through Summit yesterday, and there was a neighborhood tavern there, like literally in the middle of the block. And I haven't seen neighborhood taverns in the middle of blocks for years. They used to be all over the back of the yards.
Right.
And you're lucky if
They're
you can
gone
find
now.
any. Even in Pilsen, they used to have clinchers there, and I used to love it there because of their jukebox. But there was still one bar remaining into Summit, and I thought it was so cool. And I'm like, I wonder if they this is the neighborhood bar, and it's kind of a treasure because it's there. Yours is a treasure as well. I mean, it's gone through so many different makeups, like facet-wise on the building, to like having just the X there. If you knew you were going to Xavier's, it was just a big X, and now he's got Xavier's, club, and I think that's the one aspect that a lot of bars don't have, is that they don't include the community.
Right.
They only include the community to drink, not to do anything important for the community.
So we do fundraisers. We do toy drives, and it's important to me because especially in the area, Brighton Park, it's not the greatest area as far as what people make, as far as what they're making yearly. They're lucky if they make $25,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of money. So we know that they don't have a lot of gifts. They don't have great Christmases. So we do that. We hook up with VFW on 35th. My
And
friend
Sticky?
Patrick. No, 35th and Damon. My friend
Oh,
Patrick.
the McKinley.
The McKinley post. Pat is the sergeant there. He's in charge, and we'll collect and we'll go to him and he'll distribute. They still do parades out of there and stuff like that. So we'll collect and then he'll distribute. I mean, we don't. We do have Raymond Lopez. He does his own drives and stuff like that. But we're doing it as well. We do as far as that. We also collect the times have changed. Labor Day used to be our end of summer picnic, and then school would start. Now they're starting before Labor Day.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So, but we still
the teachers want
collect,
the calendar to end before June.
We
So-
still collect supplies and stuff like that. Per se, this Sunday we're doing Cup Socks. We have an outing out of the bar, and we'll do a split the pot, and we'll take that money and put it towards our supply drive, and add on to that. So we're building as we go. As the year goes on, okay, now we got enough for this toy drive, or we got enough for this school supply drive. So we're doing that kind of stuff.
I love that. I love hearing that. And then it's so important because you border back of the yards where we grew up. And then you border that Brighton Park area as well. So I think it's just important that they know that they're always incorporating, that they're even remembered. I want to go to a time, and I hope you don't mind, and if you do, I understand. Xavier's was shut down recently. And it was a long shutdown. It was probably longer than COVID. And to see how a city can work on its own, how did you come through that? How did that whole beginning start, and how did it end? Obviously, we know how it ended because I think you've become more successful now than probably years past.
Yeah.
Like, you've got so many different things, and I think that was that mindset change that I saw. But I'm going to let you elaborate on that and how all that took place and how that made you feel for that certain time. What did you gain out of it? What did you realize out of it? And how did it get you to where you're at right now? Oh, Mello wanted to make an appearance, guys.
Hey,
I'm
Mello.
so sorry.
So we were shut down for 9 months. I'm not going to get into the whole
Specifics
of it, but it wasn't all bad. So I could tell you one good thing, one great thing came out of it. So I have there's 5 of us. So I have 4 siblings, right? 3 sisters and a brother. We've been together, all of us, but we haven't been together all of us and our parents for 40 years. So I got to go to Puerto Rico,
That's
and we were
awesome.
all together for the holiday. Well, it was in June, and both my parents' birthdays are in June. They're still around. They're still alive. I'm the youngest of 5, so my parents are in their late 80s and early 90s. So that was such a. It was, you feel like, oh man, the world's gonna end. What am I gonna do? They're taking away everything from me because my place was everything.
Right.
And I realized it's not everything. There's so much that I'm missing out on. Vacations and, doing things with, family and stuff like that. And I was like, I like this. And I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm not going to just be stuck at that place. I'm not going to die there. I don't want to die there. Eventually I'll sell. Eventually. I'll be ready.
What was the experience outside of you going through that realization, like, hey, I need to have a vacation. I need to spend time with my family. I realize now, family, because it is a sacrifice with family, especially if you're putting a bar together and you're keeping it that way. It was a sacrifice for you. But what else did you gain from that? What friendships did you gain? What friendships did you lose? What business mentality did you look at as you got that break back and you got to see what Xavier's was doing in front of me, and now that I'm stepping back as that person, like, I got to rethink a lot of things here, and what's the next move? How did that change your mentality? What did you realize?
Yeah, I want to say that's one of the bad things about the DJ business, right? Because it does take a lot of your time, and you miss out on so many other things, in this business. So, it's a great question. How
for the first 3 months, I was stuck at home. Like, what am I gonna do? So I started DJing again, and I started, okay, I'm gonna get into it.
Because you were on TikTok
built a little set.
or Facebook, right?
I was doing a TikTok thing. Was doing some lives. It's getting a lot of hits. I was like, okay. I think I ended up with like almost 10,000 friends in like 5 months. It was pretty cool. Which I really don't do it anymore, but it's still there. But after the 3 or 4 months, I'm like, okay, I got to get out now. So the crew that was still out and about was Riot crew. And they're kind of like my age, I liked new wave growing up. I wasn't a new wave DJ per se, but I went to like Jesse De La Pena's things, what was the club by the expressway on the side of he was doing that.
Club by the expressway. Which expressway?
Yeah, it was a new wave club. By the expressway, by the 90.
Alcatraz?
No, it wasn't
No.
Alcatraz.
Have you been to Alcatraz?
Yeah.
It's New Wave
That's
Club.
right.
It's New Wave Club.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't think of it. Me, of all people, can't think of it.
Oh, the one by Jewtown. Can I see that?
It was by Maxwell. It was by a church. It was close to a church. Anyway, it was really big place. It was like 3 floors. And I hung out there, so I kind of knew some of the Riot people, and I started going to where they were at. They were at like Branding Iron. They were doing different events, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pop out here and there. And I was friends with Tina Crespo, and we started becoming really close. And then I started surrounding myself with women. So that's the whole evolution came from the softer side.
New scene. Somebody said new scene?
The new scene. That's what it was. That's what it was. The new scene. Yeah. Jesse De La Pena was doing it there. I think it was with him, and I think it was Rich DeVizio was doing it there as well. So I grew up with that kind of stuff. I like going to those things. People don't realize that I did get out before I started owning. I did get out and about. We went to Excalibur all the time and different places. So I did get out, but I was hanging with them, and I liked it. They were my age. They were chill. I didn't feel like I was out of place. I had people that I could communicate with, that had things in common. And then, like I said, I hooked up with Tina. We hung out a lot. And then with some of her friends. Elvira has a shop in Oak Park. Great woman, great business person, great ethic. And I was just kind of like, man, they're doing it the right way. They're doing it the right way, and I got to start doing it the right way. And that's how I was, you know what? It's time. It's time. I started trying to patch up things that were wrong with people in the past. Let me reach out. Let's smooth some things out. Let's move forward. That's how I am now. So I'm
But
pretty laid back now.
That's key, right? So you want to always surround yourself with positive people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're gonna get
It
some
helps.
of that.
It's true.
yourself,
You,
right?
you,
So-
you surround yourself with bad people, you're gonna be pretty
Cuidado,
bad.
brother.
Yeah.
Tú sabes qué va a pasar.
And you know,
That's my point.
Look at you!
Spanish.
Híjole, look at the man who can't speak a lick of Spanish. He's starting to speak Spanish. I think that's awesome. Power to the women over there, Tina,
Woman power.
and everybody
Girl
else in that
power?
crew.
Girl power.
girl power.
Girl power. Yes, women are important. If you utilize them well, we know what we're doing. Don't
Yes, they do.
Don't let people fool you. You know, I think what's right now in the horizon for Xavier's? Because I mean, you are doing a lot.
Yeah, we're doing a lot. We're going to continue to add on stuff, whatever the community wants. We actually put it out there now, and say, what do you got? What do you want? We'll try to do it. What do you want? There's this new thing, sound bowl that it's popular, real popular. We're doing it. I don't know what it is, but we're
Sound
doing
bowl.
it.
Yeah,
Sound
they
bowl.
have
Sound bowl.
bowls, and they have this little thing, and you go around, and it's kind of a meditation.
Right.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of what Lewis is, I think, what Jennifer does.
Okay.
Where she's
sound therapy.
Yeah,
type of deal?
sound
Okay,
therapy.
okay.
So
Why not?
that is awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah, so we're doing. I think that's coming up maybe next week, this week or next week.
So do you have a website with all your events?
We just use our platform, all of our platforms. You know, we're on
on Facebook.
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, we're out there.
Are you still doing Disco 3000?
We're not doing Disco 3000. We're still bringing them in, but we're not calling it Disco 3000. I think that kind of limited them. It was limiting the night, so we didn't want to be pigeonholed.
What was the meaning of Disco 3000? Like
DJ Lex made that night.
Okay.
He wanted to bring back the guys from what was the place? Red Dog. From Red Dog. He wanted to
Okay.
bring some of those guys back, and he did. And they're still awesome, man. They're still really good DJs. They're cool cats on top of it. They're cool to hang out with.
Place. That has a lot of
You know,
history here in Chicago.
Well, Ricky Bradshaw
Ricky
is like,
Bradshaw's done his birthday. You know, Jason Wills done a release party on the second floor. So we hang out. We have a good time.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Who have you played with that nobody's known, like DJ wise? Who have you sat next to and said, "Oh my God, I'm like right next to so and so. Check this out," kind of deal.
That's a hard question. Because everybody knows all the main DJs. It's not like nobody knows
Well,
this person.
Unless they've been around you, they don't know you. Who you've been around.
Oh, well, okay. So we would bring Bulu Master once a month in over the years, and I knew him from going to Mendel. He was Eric the Wizard. We would go to Mendel's parties. So when we were getting Bulu Master, we're like, "You know Bulu Master? Yeah, man, we're cool. He's cool. He's a cool cat. He's still cool as hell."
Including my son's father, DJ Little John.
DJ Little John.
He's
We were
been up
doing
there.
open decks on Wednesdays, and he would just come in and do an open deck, do an hour and a half open deck.
And just it is.
Yeah, let's hang out for a while.
That's a nice concept because you'll get all kinds of DJs probably just.
It's difficult because you get guys that they'll beat up your equipment.
Well, yeah,
You
if they
know,
don't know what they're
that's the hard
doing.
part.
If they don't know what they're doing,
Right. Well, you don't
All
know.
these knobs.
That's right.
and they'll leave the knobs like that.
Yes.
You know,
You come back like, why is there no sound?
Right.
Who would you like to see at Xavier's play that you haven't seen yet? Put it out in the universe.
That's a hard one.
You already said Gino and Pablo. We're going to make that happen.
That's gonna happen.
That's going to happen. So who else?
I think I would have to bring in. I like some of the chosen few DJs. I
Okay.
won't pick one, but there's a few that are pretty damn good that I would be like, yeah, impressed to bring them in.
Who would be?
Um,
Would it be Alan King? Would it be Andre Hatchett? Would it be Tony Hatchett? Would it be Wayne Williams? Would it be Terry Hunter?
I think it would be Terry Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, I like his style. I like his the choices of music that he plays. Yeah.
All right.
Like I said, I actually took your ticket
That's right.
to Chosen Few.
Because I told you
And
had to go, and
some
you're like,
of it-
why?
some of it was-
Why?
It was too gospel-y for me, and it's not my thing. But some of it was like, I was like, yeah, I like that.
It was
I
an
like
experience,
that.
wasn't it?
Really cool.
I've
I
always
hadn't
said-
danced that much in so many years, and I was sore for like 4 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm yeah.
Yeah.
I will always give it up to the chosen few because I remember the first time that I went there. It was held by the Museum of Science and Industry. That's where it held it. I mean, at that time they didn't even charge. So everybody would line up in the middle of the boulevard and put their chairs and their grills and stuff like that. So that's how long I've been going to Chosen Few. But I couldn't go that year because I was on a business trip and I didn't know who to give my ticket to. And I'm like, and at the time, I think the bar was either closed or maybe not. I'm not sure.
It was open.
So I just gave him a ticket. I'm like, you need to go. He's like, why? Why do I need to go? And I'm like, you need to go and just experience. So he hung out with DJ Voodoo and a lot of the other guys, Ruben and all them. And hello, he's making another appearance. And you went, and I'm like, what'd you think? And he was like, man, that's like an experience. Not for everybody, but I think it's just, it's an overall experience.
I've never been to that.
You need to go once.
Let's go check it out.
I think because they'll put out a lineup, so you know it's kind of like a Riot Fest or something like that, where you know that the bands you want to see, go eat. You know, during somebody you don't want to see. You know, go do something else because they have food, vendors, everything else, and then come back for the people you do want to see.
And it starts like at 8 a.m. They're
8
like
a.m.
8 a.m. The first
And it's
DJ
like this
is at 8 a.m. And everybody's
crazy.
setting up, but it's already packed. By the time you get to 1 p.m., you're walking through everybody. And let me tell you, rain or shine, it's happening no matter what.
Really?
Yes, it's happening. So I've got to see a lot of great acts there. I got to see...
I was impressed. There's no color there.
No.
There's no color barriers there.
No,
Nice.
not at all.
We're all house heads.
Asians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, black, anything you can name in any different color is all there. And they show that's a peace and unity that you can't even describe at all. But I'm glad you said that because it is an experience.
Yeah.
Speaking of experiences, let's talk about Latinos in the house.
Okay.
You were the first moderator.
Oh, yes,
One of the first moderators.
And
He
did you
took
moderate?
very long on his bio, let me say. He was so nervous. I'm like, you moderate. you don't give everybody, but everybody,
Well,
it was a huge learning
here's the
lesson.
thing. They didn't know who I was, so I had to tell them who I was.
You sure did.
You sure did.
I had to tell them who I was. It was 5 minutes, cut it out. 5 minutes.
Maybe 6.
So, what did you think? What did you think about the experience? What did you think about the... he could stay there. He ain't bothering nobody at this point.
He's good.
What did you think of the experience? How did you feel about it? What did you gain from it? And what would you like to see?
Okay, so the experience was terrifying because I had never done anything like that. The members of my panel, I didn't get to meet them at all, so I didn't know who was who. That was terrifying. I don't even know who I'm asking, what questions I'm asking. So it was very scary. But it was informative. You know, people got to hear some things that they never heard. You hear stories. We all have our own stories, about house music, about Latinos in house. We have our own stories. But on the other side of the city, like Pablo was from the north side. I don't know the stories from over there. So I got to hear some of those stories from DJs from the north side, from clubs from the north side, from different people. And that was awesome. And you got to continue that because you're not going to hear every story at one session. You're not. It's going to be years, and you're going to continue to add on and add on and add on, and you're going to drop in. Just keep the history and drop in little tidbits in the timelines. I think that's what you got to keep doing. That I think that's something that house needs, and people need to know that Latinos were part of it. We were there from the beginning. I'm like I said, I was telling you earlier. I'm glad that Ralphie's back in it. He's doing music again. And he's brought us back into, the conversation. And a lot of people have given us.
Alfie's he's an icon.
Yeah, yeah. But I think even in documentaries that I've seen, he's only been highlighted for 2 minutes out of a 90-minute part series.
That's wrong.
And I think that's where the frustration lies.
Yeah.
What did you think when I first came up to you with the concept? What was going through your head when I first said, this is something I want to do?
I'm like, she's crazy, but, I got to help her no matter what. But I also stepped back and said, but it's a story that needs to be told. We can't act like there's only one history when nobody else knows everything. So the only way for them to understand us, where we're coming from, is to show them, to give it to them. Here, you only know this little bit part, but Stephanie's going to bring you all these other parts.
Yeah.
You know, our clubs. Yeah, they were okay. We went to some of the black clubs. You know, they were a little bit mixed, some of them. You know, but they didn't come to ours, to be honest with you. So we have to share our stories to add it to the house story, the full story, the whole history.
Yeah, I think when I hear some of the Chosen Few speak, they maybe one or two have said, we never knew what those Northside clubs were. You know, we might have been to one or two, but we didn't know that history. And I was kind of happy that they have mentioned that it was a history that they knew nothing about, including the South Side. They only knew their South Side.
Right.
And I think as we were growing up, unless you were like venturing out, because he knew I love venturing out. I mean, no matter what, I was always everywhere and anywhere. But I think if you didn't venture out, it was just your little hub that you knew about, and that's what you were focused on, right? Yeah. And then you didn't know about the other things. Who would you like to see in our conference?
I'd love to see Ralphie. if that's doable.
We tried last year.
We'll try again this year.
Yeah. What would you do different?
I would be more prepared. I'd reach out to you'd give me the panel members, I'd reach out to them. I'd, get to talk to them for a little while. So, you get to know people, maybe not their whole life story, but as far as the subjects that you're going to, you're addressing. And then you could be more prepared with your questions. You can also, some people talk short, some people talk a lot, so you know when to cut somebody off. So you know when to cut somebody off, because you want to give everybody a chance. And I think I would do better a second time around. I would be more prepared for it.
What other panels would you like to see on there, outside of Ralphie being a highlight? What else would you like to see, us talk about in regards to the history of Latinos in house and dance music?
It's not only the history, but I think moving forward, all the DJs that are producers now, I think that has to be talked about. Your House 13s, your Tony Techniques, they're all putting out tracks now, and they're all putting out good stuff. RBR, they got good stuff out there, and I think that needs to be talked about more.
Yeah, we had a panel like that last year with producers. We could continue that, 'cause there's so many now.
There are.
Yeah, it's not like in the 80s where there only a handful of people. Now there's so many. Right. There's a lot of talented DJs, producers here in Chicago. And it's going to be
maybe Afro. Okay. Afro's another
Latino,
part to it. Gabriel Rodriguez is doing a lot of things. I know
he's
hitting all the charts.
I know we're called Latinos in the house, but like this year we're incorporating the Filipino community, and maybe we can incorporate in the years to come more other communities and hear their stories. Yeah,
I think that's why we decided to go with a theme this year, which is bridging the gap and bringing house music.
I would like to hear now. I would like to hear the Italian house history.
Yeah, I mean,
of the Italians.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Italian Fest? They got some good DJs.
Somebody mentioned the DJ who was there. Oh my
DJs.
God, we were just talking about it yesterday. Oh, was it me and White Knight that were talking about it? Who? No.
Naughty Boy Nardi?
Yes, Naughty Boy Nardi is the one who does the Italian Fest on Taylor Street. We were talking about him not too long ago. Well, actually yesterday. His name came up in Tony O.
Tony O is big.
Tony O, who was big because his dad owned Studio 31 off of Archer. And he also did a lot of things in Bridgeport. There was a bar on 31st Street right before Wells that his dad was doing a lot of parties at. That, all the Italians would go there, and the name had changed so many times, I can't think of the original name. But okay, yeah, I think I like that idea. All right.
Okay, well, thank you.
Again, it's going to be bridging those gaps.
Before we end the show, you haven't told us how did you get Hitman? How did you become Javier Hitman?
I don't know.
You hit somebody?
This is from my fighting days.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I look this way.
From my fighting days.
Hold on.
I don't like to do it anymore, but I still can do it.
Okay.
So stop fucking with me.
What year was that? Like in the late 80s, 90s?
Yeah, that was early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, early 90s.
Have you ever mixed with Mike Hitman Whistler?
No. I saw him mix at was it at?
Aurora?
One of the DMC battles. I saw a mix there. But that was the only time I
So
was
were
on
you
live.
Hitman before he was Hitman, or you were Hitman?
I had my own hitman. I didn't know who was.
Okay.
So until he got on BMX, then I knew who he was after that.
All right.
Yeah.
We have our own Hitman right here.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, what would you tell your younger self if you were facing them right now? Like they're in front of you. What would you say to them as a grown man now?
I would say you're a dumbass. You know what? A lot of wasted actions, a lot of just immature stuff. But that's how you learn. That's it. I'm just glad nothing. I didn't end up in jail. You know, I'm still alive. I'm still healthy. Same thing I tell my kids. You know, experience things, but think about things before you do them, because there are consequences. You know, we got away with a lot of stuff. We got away with a lot of crazy things. I mean,
Notice he said we.
during the party crew. Well, during the party crew days,
We.
there were gangs, and they were trying to like turn out party crews.
Yep,
they were trying to recruit.
party crews.
Okay.
So you know, we had our run-ins with gangs.
I was just telling Mike about
yeah.
that one run-in. Where
But
it looked like,
we had a lot of numbers, and you know, all we did, you know, we hung out and did sports. So we're all in shape. We were all in great shape. You know, like Ugo was saying, you know, we played softball for a keg, and then we would drink the keg together. You're paying for it, but we're drinking it together. You know.
I mean, that'd be a nice thing to do. A softball game with DJ teams or DJ groups from the.
Didn't they do
So
that?
yeah,
Didn't
so Chicago Sound
Gino
Source
do
that
that?
I used to turn. No,
Yeah, Gino
Gino
did
did it. No, before
yeah.
Gino did it. Sorry, Gino, I love you, but before you did it, Chicago Sound Source, who I was a part of with David Sabat, used to do softball games with the DJs over at that Cubs Park that's on the north side. We used to do DJ softball games there.
Right there. We had in the '80s. We did one. It was CYC versus CRX.
Oh
Nice.
man, that had to be a good one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, he.
Who won?
Hello.
Thanks
to me,
CRX
right?
won.
So yeah, I mean, they used to do them on the north side. I think there was like the one that I got was probably like the 10th year that they had done it. I want to say, or 5 year. But David Sabat used to do it with Adam Rivera, and they used to get all the north side DJs together. Lady D, Lego, Diz, like all those north side club DJs, and they would battle each other in a softball game. So
Well, we probably get away with it soon because we're up there in age. You know,
I'm
so
still-
I would like, you know what,
I
I
can
would
still
like
play a
to
little
see the north side and south side come together in that
Yeah,
softball
that'd be
game.
nice.
Gino, call me. I would
Right.
like to see that because I think it would be really cool to incorporate like even like I mean
on a
just
nice
seeing all those
Sunday,
DJs, yeah,
You know,
just to have that. And just to kind of incorporate
That
and
unity.
again bring
Yeah.
that unity together between
Yeah.
the north side and the south side. I think that would be so damn awesome.
So
And
let it be
incorporate
ready. So
the
let it be
movies.
done. Let's do it.
Let's all right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Maybe
do it.
I
Let's
could
do
add
it.
that to my end of summer picnic.
Yes, because you do have it on the summer picnic.
have it on
It
the
started
summer
off in the Oak Lawn. Where is it going to be at this year?
LaGrange.
Okay,
Okay, I could do
Range.
LaGrange.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
When-
Oakland has too many restrictions, man. Turn on the music. LaGrange is
Oh,
like
it's because in the
blasted.
neighborhood.
End of August, beginning of September.
Labor Day weekend. But we don't do the Sunday, we do the we don't do the Monday, we do the Sunday.
Sunday.
So why don't you
Yeah.
talk about what that picnic is and how that started?
Well, that started with us. We were raising, stuff for kids because school would start the next day. Well, the Tuesday after Labor Day. Now they start earlier than that, but that's how it started. It was our only kids event. All of our other events are adults. Now we have more kids, more stuff for families and stuff like that. But that was our only one of the year. It was a big thing for us, to get school supplies, backpacks and things that they needed, and they would come out and kids ate for free. They ate and drank soda, juices, whatever for free, and it was a big thing. It was a good turnout for several years. Yeah, Oakland, they didn't want us there no more. We were getting too loud.
Rowdy bunch,
We were getting
huh?
too loud.
It was getting
the
bigger.
music.
It was
we had
getting
DJs
bigger.
all day.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and DJs, they want the best sound system. So, it was like lower the music, lower the music, lower the music.
I'll tell you one thing, that he had it in Oklahoma that year that my mom passed away, and that was like the best medicine I had, because he had called me that day and he's like, you need to come out of the hospital. I'm like, nope. He's like, no, you need to come out of the hospital and you need to come here to the picnic. And I did for like a couple of hours, and it was just kind of like that break and that mentality that I needed, because there was so much going on. So that picnic saved my brain. So thank you.
The DJ saved your life.
Yeah, DJ did save my life that day. Yes, he did. Yeah. He's always saved my life at certain points. He saved other people's lives because of me too. I wanna thank you, one, for being here and telling your history. And you know, I know we went like really broad against the board, so I would love to bring you back again. But I think you kind of gave that timeline that Pablo was looking for, about how you remember house music from when you were growing up to when you saw it at St. Rita, to when you started it, even remembering the first song. And then all this stuff that you've accomplished for yourself that should give you like pride. You know, oh my God, I hear my grandchild. She's even like, yeah. You know, I think there's so much that you have expounded on for yourself, not only for your own family, because your dad was a huge part of this too. And for having those two clubs, it allowed you to learn and then expound on even something bigger that I don't even think you could have imagined.
You're a big deal, dude.
You are a big deal. And I don't think you even know it. So yeah, you are a big deal. So I want to make sure you get that. And
just
then,
living life, babe.
You know, shout out to your female team for bringing you even further.
Yeah.
Than where
evolution.
You were. Yes.
They've evolved me.
Yes. So
they've
Tina
molded
Crespo,
me.
thank you, Mama, for being a part of this. I know today is Mike Pierce's birthday party. It's at Xavier's Club today. So if you know Mike Pierce, he's been a longtime DJ. He has been a part of the Gene Ferris.
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, I thought that was today. She said today. Is it Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. Well, Saturday. I thought he told me it was today too, because he said it was during the week.
Is it?
That's what he said to me.
No,
You should know.
Okay. Either way, Mike Pierce's birthday. Make sure you go out there. Mike Pierce is like a huge, big deal. He came up with the whole entire new like rave parties on Milwaukee Avenue, along with Lego, Gene Ferris, Big John, who was a DJ back then. I mean, came up with all these icons. CZR, DJ Jess. So if you get a chance, get to his birthday party. We'll get that information out for you. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for doing the things that you've done. And much props, man. More blessings upon you. And keep spreading it around the corner. My best friend. My best.
You get one of these, bro. That's the first you're going to get.
Look at his face.
I got my weapon over there.
It's always a ball here. Hey, Chava, how you doing? Thank you, everybody.
What's up, Chava?
October 3rd, we will be having the Latinos in the House conference. We're going to see if we can get that Ralphie thing going from your lips and to God's ears. Let's make that happen. But also, thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Julio Sierra was supposed to be here next week, Wednesday, but because of the Cubs Sox thing, I think, is going on. I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm a Sox fan. He won't be here, but he's rescheduled for May 27th. And then we have a full damn schedule for June.
Yeah, pretty busy in June.
We have Rick Guerrero finally June 3rd.
Rick.
Oh, my God. And then in June, we will be having our brothers, the industry DJs, here. We will finally be interviewing them and putting them on the hot seat. So you don't want to miss that one either. And then on June 17th, we will have, I believe it's Mr. Julius Oliver. Isn't he Mr. Riot Crew himself too?
You know what? We'll ask him about.
He's no longer a member.
We'll ask him about that.
He branched out. He's branched
out. Okay.
We'll
ask him that.
He's branching out. He's doing all kinds of things.
So
I see you, Julius. I see you.
May 27th is Julio Sierra. June 3rd is Rick Guerrero. June 11th is June 10th. June 10th. June 10th will be the industry DJs, and then June 17th will be Julius Oliver. So whether we're here next week or not, we have not decided that. But if we're here, we'll probably start recapping because we have House Stock, something that I host along with Gina, Voodoo, because it's Voodoo's event, And of course, the host with the mostest, Lady Alicia, will be there.
Nice.
We have a huge lineup this year of DJs: Steve Mickey Maestro, DJ Little John, Mickey Calvin, Energy, DJ QMM, DJ Kong, DJ Voodoo, Sam, Smooth Smoking Sam. I mean, they're just a list of DJs starting at 10 a.m. I thought I saw to 7 p.m. You bring your own grill, you bring your own food, no bottles, no dogs, no pets. This year, we can't do it again this year. It's just been problems, so no pets. If you need information on that, please hit me up. I will send you the information and the invite to that. It will be on May 24th. Huge, huge, huge. Rain or shine. If you've seen our videos, you've seen that we have danced in the rain and the height of the storms. It will happen. So please make sure you guys are there. Then June 6th. Tell about June 6th.
June 6th, we're having a rooftop event brought to you by New Wave Entertainment. That's, Frankie V. And this year we're going to mix it up a little bit. Before we were having more like Spanish rock and new wave, we're going to add some house music this year.
Nice.
So we
Gino?
have a heavy hitter.
Gino Zero?
Gino!
All right.
Gino Rome will be there this year, along with DJ Gloria from the North Side,
Yes!
representing House Nation. So we're looking forward to that. June 6th, Rooftop Joy.
And it's my
Joy
birthday
District.
weekend. It's my birthday weekend.
Perfect.
It's my birthday weekend.
Perfect.
I couldn't expect a better week where you got Rick Guerrero the day before my birthday, then it's my birthday. Then on June 5th, it's Bunko with the girls. And then June 6th is the rooftop.
New Wave
And then
rooftop.
June 7th, Latinos in the house decided, well, let's just throw a daytime.
Why
so the
not?
daytime will be held on June 7th at Hall of Fame. So we will have more information to come on that one. It will be a daytime party because it's Stephanie's birthday weekend. Why not throw a party? So with everything going on, I know that 3J's got the entire house music thing going on in Cicero over there. So I know it's going to be a fun-packed weekend. So that's why we chose June 7th, because why not continue the party? So you guys got the lineup. We'll have the lineup for our conference, and also we will be announcing the new venue. I think everybody will love it. It's something for everybody. There will even be a tour involved. It's just the greatest place we could have, and we are so grateful to this venue for being our major sponsor this year for Latinos in the House. I think it's going to be huge. I think every person is going to love and want to be there. So we hope to see you there, and we'll have all more information. Thank you very much, Hob, for being here today.
Thank you,
I
baby.
appreciate you, BFF. Thank you, hubby,
You're welcome, wifey.
for feeding me and treating me so well. Thank you,
Thank you,
DJ
Vettel.
QMM. I know, Vettel, Vettel is like the mascot of all of us. Thank you, DJ QMM, for producing.
And you were flawless today.
Yes, you were. No masks. It was so beautiful. No masks.
No creepy mask. I love that. Well, I'm making a creepy face right now.
Oh my God.
It is.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We will see you probably next week, and if not, we'll see you definitely the week before. Frankie V is in the chat. Thank you so much.
Finally.
Thank you everybody for being here. We will see you. Good night. Mwah.
Wow.
It's time to chat and speak the truth.